Okay. And when you choose one, so there are two main types, but probably there are a lot of vendors. So what sets the vendors apart?
Yeah, sure. Well, it really depends on what your process is. So I think, and this is quite a difficult thing to do with any facility, but you need to understand how you're going to be producing your product. What kind of equipment is the autoclave going to be used to process? So if we can understand that as early as possible, we can start to formulate what kind of functionality we need from that autoclave. So if it's a porous load autoclave, for example, what loads is it going to be processing? Are they going to be difficult to sterilize? Are they going to be difficult to dry? Do we need any added functionality? So if it's a porous load autoclave and we think it might be wet, then we can start looking at having hot air drying to enable drying conditions. We can look at vacuum pumps. And for fluids loads, we might be looking at having fans installed to give us good circulation within the autoclave. So we're trying to understand what it's going to be used for. Often autoclaves are called multi-cycle autoclaves and they're used for porous and fluids loads. So I think before you start looking at manufacturers, it's important to understand exactly what it's going to be used for and the complications that we might see going down the line. So if we anticipate issues during the validation stage, we can anticipate that before we go through with that purchase. So before the URS is written, we write that robustly because we know what we're going to be using it for.